Do it nice and easy.
Hey guys, Sean and
I'm Sparky here
from Team Black Sheep. So today we're going to go over Sparky's loadout. He's one of our players you guys see just a wee bit less often, but he's spent a lot more money than most of us, and he has a larger collection.
Yeah, it's not like that, but I've also been playing with Brian and everyone else for God knows how long now. So
yeah.
Figured I'm not a stranger to Airsoft.
Pretty much. When Brian founded the team, Sparky was one of the second player. Yeah, he was the second player on the team. Like,
Freaking OG original gangster, you know?
Now it's down to mostly just him and I, Flea, and Brian. And there's a few other guys around the country, and if you guys have been around, you'll know who they are. So we're just going to start off and go over his indoor setup and the guns he uses. So what do you have for us today?
Yeah, actually for indoor setups, my loadout is pretty standard. Nothing really too fancy. Regular KWA, USP. Being a great gun, I've owned the old KSC versions, the original Japanese, before it was System 7, or what do they call that now? Like it's System 7 overseas. But what's KWA's?
I'm no tech.
Oh, okay, well, the name escapes me right now, I'm sorry. But just your regular run-of-the-mill USB. Actually, if you're able to catch later, we're going to do a comparison side by side with the real USB and also the Airsoft USB.
And you guys will be able to see how well KWA reflects the real steel guns as well. Just as a side note, pretty much Brian and Sparky are more tech-wise than I am. If you guys see me do videos and stuff, I will explain it as best as a user or beginning will know, but they're going to know more than I do because they've been doing it significantly a lot longer.
Exactly. A lot of people might say, hey Sparky, also too, why did you go with the USB? The main reason why, I have a real one, and for when I shoot my real one, the muscle memory is very similar, so I can actually get on target a lot easier. By playing Airsoft, it's made me actually a better real shooter. So, thank you Airsoft.
Yeah. Alright, so what's your gas gun you run indoor?
My main primary gas gun is a KWA MP7, which Sean loves a lot.
Yes.
It's always a good looking gun. With this one I have the green laser, which I have to take off from time to time because gotta follow the rules at all the fields.
Yeah.
So
or just take the batteries out, but
that too, that works too. But hey, I'm not that smart. Come on,
yeah,
I'm a regular player.
Did yours actually clamp on as well with this type of laser?
Yep, I just gotta always remember at what rail slot I set up my laser on so I can always keep my zero. Because this thing with the laser on there, ooh, spot on.
Yeah.
And like with this one, actually the main thing is I lost the rear sight on my MP7, so I replaced it with a real steel Chris sight, which I acquired from a friend of mine. So, yay friends.
So tell us about the body build, the licensing, just the general stuff that you have on there.
Well, like right now this is the KWA version. I had the KSC version before, but major parts and compatibility issues, especially with the bolts. And actually right now, for when I go to CQB, I have in the low power bolt, which is easy to buy and easy to get, so you can stay legal at all the fields. And again, you know the regular features of the MP7, which you have the foldable foregrip and everything, flip up front sight, and normally you have a rear sight.
And why do you not run a hollow sight per se?
Pretty much the main thing is, I do a lot of, keep going, I do a lot of SAS style, and especially when you're working indoors, wearing a full face mask, I go more with the SAS style, which is, hold the gun out in front of you. But at some fields, I still consider blind firing.
Yeah.
But that's the way I normally do it.
It's a machine pistol. You could technically do it in real life.
Exactly. So. Like this one is like really, I fired a lot of machines. I fired in 5Ks and everything, and 5.7 round, which is what the real one fires, does not have a whole lot of kicks.
Yeah.
So
it's the actual real steel gun is designed to have very little kick as well, and as well the way the bolts are designed, if you want to elaborate as well, is how they're designed to be armor piercing.
Exactly.
So
through, I believe it's 17 layers of Kevlar, 17 or 14, right around there. Whichever, it's a lot.
Yeah, and this gun works well for operators. So if you guys are trying to be getting out of in and out of vehicles, or just want that submachine gun look, well, whatever the case, this would be the ideal situation.
I love this gun. It has great kick. Unlike the MP9, it doesn't blow gas back in your face, which is, I had the MP9 also, and
it's not bad.
I got rid of it.
Yeah.
So
It
like
puts
it's
gas.
still a great gun though.
Yeah.
I still love the way it feels because it's like a TMP, which any old school player knows, or a fan of Counter Strike. TMP is a great gun.
Yeah.
Or Call of Duty or any of the modern games. But also the other thing is, since I have the low power bolt in it, it shoots about 320 feet per second, and it has pretty decent accuracy. I have really decent groupings, but when I want to shoot a little bit farther, I just attach my quickly attached silencer.
Which has an inner barrel in there
That
as
pretty
well.
much extends the barrel out, so that way I can reach out a little bit farther and get that guy who's in the back window just picking off people, which I always like to do.
And the whole gun features licensing and
Yeah,
plus.
the whole thing is HK licensing. Of course, it's licensed through Humorex, which here's their little Humorex trademark. But all in all, it's a great gun. I always have fun using it. Never really let me down. So
And then explain how you attached the laser and why you chose to do it that way.
pretty much the laser, I attach it right here on my grip, just so pretty much whenever I want to do it, it's a quick little index on my or push in on my palm, and the laser pretty much activates.
Personally, I reach across and I use the touchpad. We have the same laser, and if you guys want this one in particular, I did a review of it earlier, and I'll do a link as well. For the $70 to see the beam almost in the middle of the day, it's worth it.
Exactly.
So yeah, and
green lasers are fun.
it's cool. All right, so now for let's see your indoor AEG.
My indoor AEG again. I go with the whole HK thing.
Yeah.
So I have the VFC 416. And this is actually a very early model. This is the first 416 that was released before everyone caught on that the 416 was a great gun.
Yeah.
So I have the original one, full HK trademarks. Both sides also have, the whole Sterling Virginia. Freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Then I got my main EOTech on there, which
Is that a real one?
no, actually my real one's on my real AR right now.
Like don't you
Like,
don't want to break a real still sight.
well, a
playing
real
on something
still sight
special.
should actually hold up
Yeah,
a little bit
granted.
better, but still, you never want to take that $600, $600
Oh, okay.
for a
$600.
real one. Way more. Oh.
Yeah.
But as you like with this one, I have my EOTech on there. I have the Magpul advanced foregrip on there. Also, just for having fun and everything, I put the rear still charging
Yeah, let them see that.
handle on this thing. It just makes it a lot easier. You can do it either from a regular one, or
Actually
if you're
functions.
a right-handed or a lefty, you just push in and pull back. So it makes it actually a bit easier to charge it for the charging handle, which works on a real gun or even on the new gas blowbacks and everything.
And then, so tell us, have you had any issues with, say, for instance, the rail system becoming wobbly? Did this pistol grip come stock?
No,
What about that?
VFC did a great job. Actually, the only different attachments I have, I had changed out the stock. The original one came with a regular M4 rechargeable stock with a cool little HK logo on the side. That I still have that stock. Never sold that. The rail grip has always been a very, very solid gun. I can pretty much, I've let my buddies use them before and they've dropped it, kicked it around.
It's nice.
The only thing they've ever broken was a tablet plate,
Yeah.
which simple
It
fix.
happens.
But no wobble, no anything, everything's stock. This is a regular stock 416 foregrip that comes on there. And I just put on the, I think this is the Echo 1 stock. I actually forget what model number it is, but pretty much the 416 style. I love it, and Brian's gonna read me for not remembering it.
I'm not a particular M4 fan, but if I was going to get an M4, this would be it. And
Well, see, the whole thing is, I didn't go with an M4. I went with the HK 416, which, if you ask any real gun person who knows anything about guns, really, the 416 looks like an M4, but it's not an M4.
It's a different internal system.
Yeah.
They've improved upon it significantly. Like with VFC, they reflect real steel guns extremely well, but then again, you're looking at up to $400 to $500 per gun. So it's just a trade-off. If you're new, you don't need to be spending that much money. It's up to you guys.
The whole thing with me, again, remember, I'm a player, but also I'm a collector. That's why I'm so into trademarks and everything else, because you really can't own a full automatic 416, especially in California, and that's where I plan on living. And well, that's where I live, anyways. But pretty much, I got the next best thing, which was the airsoft version, which unlike the real one, I could run around and actually shoot at people,
Yeah.
which is always a big plus
Yeah.
when you play. So, but yeah, pretty much I got my main setup, which is my sidearm, which is my USB compact. Later when I do the gear thing, I'll show you my cool holster I have for it. Then
And MP7.
my MP7, which Sean loves,
Yeah.
and gives me a dirty look for that. And my VSC 416.
And just make sure you guys stay tuned because later on we'll be doing his outdoor setup, his gear, and so on. And we are going to hopefully have a series on this because Sparky has a lot of stuff. So as always, play hard, play safe, and Black Sheep out.
And we'll see you out there. Enjoy yourselves.